Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here going to be extending out the railroad one more time. We are going to be heading to the gold smelter is going to be our plan for today. So you can see it down there. And we do have a switch already in the line for it. We laid that on the way out here, and we have one to actually receive back on that end as well. So we just kind of have to hit our marks, or hopefully we can hit our marks today is going to be the goal. The plan is there. Whether it works or not, it's a whole different animal. The one turn is going to be a little bit tricky, but we're just going to kind of jump in and go for it and see what we get. We know we want to hug the hill as much as possible. Up here, it's gonna be the goal. Are we clean? Yeah, we're good there. Gonna try to keep this one simple. It's just gonna be about how far we have to actually come out because of the hill. This hill and this slope works its way out here a bit, so gonna be a bit of a challenge working our way around it. Up as far as we possibly can, actually. So something like this, and yes, granted we're gonna lose some cactus, but if we can keep it up here and buy us a little more room and try to do that. So in here is where we're gonna have to do some switching. Some switches, excuse me. Getting those in the right place is going to kind of be the whole trick to making this work. Whether this is going to do it or not. See, that's not going to do it because it's just going to be too steep. You know, we might actually try to see if we can lay this backwards. Otherwise, we might be trying to do something that's just too much to ask the rail to try to do anyway. Let's see what things look like if we come off of here. So we'll just turn around, throw it in precision mode, bend this all the way over here. Let's see, what does a 30 do? Actually, it might not be as crazy as we think. Although it would be tight. Because 40 is probably too much. And 30... let me see. If we can get anything. Can we go 35? I don't think we can go any more than that and actually get it to work. Boy, that is tight. Nothing on the railroad has been anywhere near that tight, but there is not a lot of room in here to do anything else with it. Problem is, that's coal, right? Yeah, that's coal. So we're looking at a lot of cars. A lot of weight that's got to come in here, a lot of cars. The bigger ones especially are probably not going to like turning that sharp. I wonder what happens. If you try to auto snap it, I wonder if things stop every button but the one I want to push. Alright, there. Let's try to do an auto snap here once and see if we get a better curve. Or if we just get... maybe we get nothing. I don't even know. Okay. Will it auto snap? No. See, the game won't even auto snap it. So then that means... what do we set this at? 35? I want to take it out more. Can I get the hook? Yes. No. It's going to hook the wrong way because there's already one there. Or maybe just because they're up so high. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay. So that's going to work. If we go into precise mode and we set this one, that's, wait a minute. That's supposed to be 35, which is supposed to be, no, that's 40. That's 40. That's 35. Ah! This is so... It's tight space to actually try to pull it off. See, that's actually over the mark, though. So the most I think I could probably stretch it out would be to 36, I guess. If you keep it at 36 and you bring it here, you could probably get that. Yeah, that's still gonna go to there decent without being bad. Alright, so that's a little bit less. I mean, there's one, you know, whatever. Oops. My bad. Alright, there we go. At least that's a little bit less. Not that it's much, but we'll take every little bit that we can get, I guess, when we're trying to move it that sharp. I really don't like to do that. We'll just have to see how it actually runs when we get to the coal. Especially because by this point we're going to want to start running the big... Oops. Let's get this moving, actually. We're going to want to start running the big hoppers, is the thing. Alright, so if we bring this out, actually, we should start curving it. It's got to be clean of that other track, though, so... Actually, let's just keep it straight, but bring it down with the hill. And then this one we can start curving, although we don't want to start curving a lot, I suppose. You know what? It's going to be easier if we just go from the docks. Lay in the dock. Oops. It's just going to make life easier. Hey, what did you do? I prefer to work from the dock. There we go. Link. The auto links, you know, when they first did the auto links, I was like, okay, didn't really need them because didn't have a, it just makes it so much easier regardless. I mean, it was part of the challenge of the game was getting your docks lined up right, you know, could you? Did you? Not gonna want to auto snap, so we will bend this our own way. 80 is going to be way too much. We already know that. 50, 60 would be even better. Can we? No. 50 is going to be the number, though. So 50. This one's just going to be a little tighter than we wanted. This is going to be the tightest industry on the map, that's for sure. Should still work, and we can definitely run smaller cars in here, but you know, obviously you don't tend to run a ton through here, so not a big deal really if we do run smaller stuff. And I guess that'll give us a use for our stack of we have the 10 hopper cars, obviously the old school ones, and I guess maybe we'll just keep... Oh, we can't use those for gold. Well, we can use them for coal to the gold. To the gold, though, so we can use them for coal to here. And then we can upsize everything else. Alright, something like that should do. I don't know if that's far enough for our switch? Probably not. Probably want the switch somewhere back in here. So we'll take this out a little bit further. But I think we'll keep it there for the curve. Alright, that is online-ish. Suppose we could go over a little bit. Ooh, we don't want to do that, actually. So we'll just bring this out a little bit, and then we'll throw in our switch. That'll get us out far enough. Our switch, we're going to go with a left, but we want to stand on the right, so we want to go that way. Hook that in there. That should be an easy connect. So grab that, and we'll run this way with it. A fair amount of stuff to probably remove here. That one is a bummer because it's really close to keeping, but gotta go, you gotta go. We could throw a new pile of rocks in there if we really want one. Alright, that's out of the way. That's good. I think before we get too carried away, we'll run back down this rail. Should be able to keep that. Those should be fine. That should have to go. Tumbleweed. Alright, what else we got? A couple more in here, didn't we have? Gone. That's a bummer. We could almost keep that. I don't know, we're just gonna get rid of that one. The stand is here, so we're just gonna get rid of that. Clean the whole thing up. We almost could have kept that, but too overgrown. Just makes it hard to see the switch. No point. We're gonna get rid of you, and you. Alright, then that should take care of those. This will give us plenty of room in here for townage. Will be right off of the hill, and then we can turn around and put where this is flat on this side, and it's slightly, I don't know how flat it is actually, but I'm thinking somewhere in here would be, yeah, here probably would be the place for, you know, water, coal, all that stuff. Honestly, probably pays off nowadays just to put a coal tower near everything, because obviously with the 2-to-1 you can turn around and deliver coal to it and get out twice as much for your industry and just alleviate some of the workload there if you want to do that. So now having coal towers in by as many industries as you can get is probably a handy tool. Run this out. Boy, hopefully we have the clearance here, huh? It's actually kind of close. We are going to have to move this over, so I think we're just going to freehand it through here, because we want to keep this over, obviously, to the high point. That was pretty close. We do not need to be banging our heads as we go through here, that's for sure, on anything. Hopefully we have enough room. Ooh, that's close. I don't know. Let's see how it lays through the whole thing on the other side. I might actually have to just relay this piece of track. Is it short enough to go all the way? Do we dare try to go all the way? It's not even 200 meters. No, it is 251 actually. It's right on that edge. Alright, let's go see what it looks like though. That we're gonna get rid of. Ooh, we aren't gonna get rid of that. So this is definitely gonna, oh, it is. I can't tell if that's the rock's overhanging but up high enough. It should be clear. Problem is it takes out that big cactus. And I don't think we want to get rid of that, really. So let's see if we can figure out a way to keep that. Boy, I wish we weren't going through it quite that angle. Let's see. If we don't bend that way, we would really like to keep that big giant cactus. And then if we go from here, let's see if we get a decent connection, or if our track just looks whoopee. That is not horrible. And I think we're clear to get through there. So I think we'll probably try to keep, although this, it's so hard to tell it if that's clear for like a box car, but I think we're clear. Could probably try to move the whole thing over just a little bit. We could, whoops. We are really actually hugging. We are hugging that a lot. Not sure if it's intended for us to run. They had to know everybody would shoot for this. I guess we don't really have to stick box cars through here. What do we need to get through here? Hopper cars. Mainly hoppers, which we could honestly keep to a small size. That's good, except depending on how high the train gets, I think we're pretty good there. We just don't have a lot of overhead clearance. So we'll just have to see. And then this, really, we're probably better off getting rid of that and looking to go off of here. Let's see what we can do with this. If we just stick it straight, that's going to keep us clear of that, which there's where we know we want to clear. And from there, we're not really concerned with how it attaches. So that'll keep it in one smooth piece of rail. Right, that'll just kind of take out the whoop whoop factor. There we go. A little smoother, a little better, as long as we aren't too tall. I don't know. You know, we can turn around and drop the, what do we got? Oh, that's tall. The Cook. I mean, the Cook Mogul is pretty tall. We could drop that on there and see if it fits. Hopefully, we're going to fit under the rail, because that's going to be kind of a fun one. I mean, that's going to be nice looking little piece of rail. I think we're going to get rid of a few rocks here. There we go. And we'll get rid of that one. Otherwise, that's kind of a cool little piece. A cool little piece that we wanted to aim for, and I think that's going to come out cool looking. Train should look cool running through there. But I think for all intents and purposes, we will be calling that one the gold smelter line. I do have to say, honestly, if I were to comment about it, I think this industry, well, it's tight up to the mountain. You could always move it slightly out, but this one I have to say, I think they did a good job, like, around it. You have some scenery that's around it, but it isn't like just like boom, 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 and tons of, you know, rock pebbles and everything all up in your way. You know, some stuff there, obviously, for you to have to move around, but it is kind of set up nice to turn around and lay track into. We have nice surroundings here, and you could easily, like, put in some kind of town or something else in and around here. It looks nice. The scenery for this industry, I guess, is my take. Also, I know that we do have a chute here, so you can always see something else coming out of here in some kind of way, set up for another furnace, something like that. Who knows what could be in the future, but definitely looks kind of cool in there. little obviously sharp on the turns here. Multiple ways you could do this. You could obviously put a yard in here and swing things back into it, but gonna give this one a whirl. It's the easy way to do it. I do think we could probably get away with maybe moving things over a little bit, but not a lot. Obviously, we're up in the hill here a fair amount and already have some whoops, so it'll be interesting to see how this one runs. But there it is, all intents and purposes, gold smelter. I think we're going to put that one in, and it'll be interesting to see how the test comes out with this one. But calling that one a win, say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.